One of the most dynamic and fast-changing aspects of today's automotive industry is, of course, electric vehicle battery technology, not only in range and performance, but also in manufacturing, in cell chemistry, in pack design. It requires a speed of development that the automotive industry, frankly, has never seen before. And to achieve and reach that speed and also match the competition in this global industry requires collaboration and innovation across the value chain. One of the companies playing an essential role in that collaboration is Henkel and its Adhesive Technologies division. AMS has been invited here to the Inspiration Center Düsseldorf for an exclusive look in its innovation hub and its brand new battery engineering center, including its testing and application facilities. Let's spend some time now speaking to some Henkel experts about developments in the industry and learn more about what's happening here at the Battery Engineering Center.
We're meeting first with Stefan Höfer to talk about how the ICD ties into Henkel's collaborative market strategy.
Hey, Stefan. Drew, so nice to see you.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Great that you came.
This is really looking great. Why don't we talk a little bit about your journey? You've been, since 2020, leading e-mobility strategy here at Henkel. Tell us a little bit about your role and responsibilities and what has led you here today.
Yes, sure. I'm the global market strategy head for e-mobility in Henkel. So basically, when we have started to see e-mobility growing up and we have decided also that this is going to be a marketplace for the future and industry we are going to serve as Henkel, we have started to develop all our teams, our strategy, defining how we are playing in what region, what is the innovation that we are focusing on, and what are the areas we want to play into. I like already the name, right? Inspiration Center. I think that is a very special type of description for a building, for a facility. And for us at Henkel Adhesives, it's a special building, right? It has been opened, inaugurated in 2021, mid of the year, more or less. And it has been a heavy investment. We invested roughly 130 million euro here into this facility. But it became also one roof, one new home for about 600 of our experts, our R&D experts, application engineers that are now working day in and day out here in this facility to serve our customers and find the best in place solutions for them. The whole building has more than 30 labs and is very, very large. But indeed for us in e-mobility, the battery application center and the battery test center are the main facilities. So the engineering center is divided in two areas: application center, where we can apply all our portfolio. So all materials that Henkel offers around the battery and also the EV components can be applied there in serial conditions. So this means we have a very large 6-axis robot that can pick all type of dispense equipment and apply also on the large size of a battery pack, right? I mean, there are 2 meters to 50 by 150, it's large parts. We are able to apply there in serial conditions all our materials. And with that also go then to, we had to put it in the outside for safety reasons, right? We have a building in front of the ICD that is the battery test center. And here we can then run with really equipped batteries in a large climate chamber, all type of the testing you would find in the industry, right? So everything our customers would test, we are able to do in-house here. And that's something that's pretty cool and I think unique. And I'm very excited about also working with many customers here in these facilities.
And obviously what it implies is that at the design, prototype, development phase, you're bringing your customers and potential customers to work together collaboratively with your R&D specialists and engineers.
I mean, that's basically the way how we have been working with our customers already prior to e-mobility, but it has become even more crucial these days. And the battery lab as such, but also the whole ICD has this idea to invite, to embrace the collaboration with partners, with customers, and jointly find solution.
Next up is Marco Dinninghoff talking about the future of e-mobility.
Hey, Marco.
Hey, Chris. Nice to see you.
Great to be here. An impressive site here.
Yeah, impressive. Battery Application Center.
Fantastic. So, Marco, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your role and responsibilities and career here at Henkel?
Yes, of course. I am responsible for the resident engineer team for the auto suppliers Western Europe, of course, focused on the e-mobility area. I'm a business chemist by education, and I'm with the company 15 years, being in different positions and different regions.
So, Marco, we're going to learn a little bit more about how you're serving your customers with that organizational structure. But can you tell us a bit more about the types of customers, the OEMs, Tier 1, battery manufacturers? How many are you serving and what's the scope of service?
Of course, Henkel Adhesive Technologies serves basically every major OEM, Tier 1 and battery manufacturer. We do that with a global manufacturing footprint backed up by a key account management structure, by a global supply chain management system, application engineering and product development. We also implemented a very unique system of resident engineers to complement actually our global structure. A resident engineer is a Henkel adhesive specialist located directly at the customer site, serving for serial business, which is running already with Henkel and the customer, and being the first point of contact for new projects.
And that's very interesting, and that sort of embedded expertise must be such an essential part. And that kind of makes me think we should go inside, because this is a place where you're very much working directly with your customers, I think. So why don't we have a look?
Exactly. Let's go have a look.
Fantastic.
Are you excited, Chris?
Absolutely. I need to follow the protocols for sure.
We need to prepare a bit. Let me open the door.
The top secret stuff here. Oh, look at that.
How do you like it?
Fantastic. Really interesting. Great.
I think Henkel Adhesive Technology plays a very important role for the automotive industry. We have a proven track record and a strong heritage actually in the automotive industry with supplying adhesives, sealants and functional coatings since more than 100 years. I think the first product, the first solution was applied to a Ford vehicle in the 1920s. The good thing is we do not only have the legacy knowledge about combustion engine business, we also invested a lot to gain deep know-how and expertise for battery simulation, application of materials on batteries and design. Basically, we work together with every major OEM, Tier 1 and battery manufacturer worldwide. We have a global manufacturing footprint backed up by a key account management structure, by a global supply chain management system, application engineering and product development. In addition to that, we implemented a resident engineer structure. A resident engineer is a Henkel specialist sitting on the manufacturing side of the customer, providing direct support for existing business and being the first one to contact for new projects.
What are some of the challenges that your customers are facing that you're really trying to solve for them, perhaps in this co-creation approach?
OEMs, Tier 1s and battery manufacturers, they increase their development cycles to be competitive, to of course have a shorter time to market, to meet the end customers' demands more quickly and more efficient. We address this here in the Battery Engineering Center with offering capabilities for simulation, automated application of our materials and a full validation set for battery systems.
And finally, Dr. Olaf Lammershoff is walking us through the innovation at the Battery Engineering Center and Henkel's latest automotive products.
So great to be here.
Yeah,
Excited to see.
Come see the Inspiration
I've been
Center.
hearing so much about these facilities, so
Fantastic
really
space.
Tell us a little bit about your role, your function, and key responsibilities here at Henkel.
Yes. So my name is Olaf Lammershoff. I'm the director of product development for Europe and India, and also the global technical lead for e-mobility. And as in this role, we saw right in the beginning, some years ago, that we are missing a bit the battery expertise. And with that, we said, okay, we need to hire specialists, which are actually knowledgeable about batteries, e-mobility, and build up a so-called Fuel the Future team. And with that Fuel the Future team, we got then the great expertise in battery knowledge. After having now the knowledge, we're missing a bit the whole application part and testing part, and said we need a battery engineering center where we actually can apply our product in the right way on customer parts, and in the end also test those parts with live battery cells. And with that, we decided to go for the Battery Engineering Center, and we are now standing here in the first part, the Battery Application Center, where all the application is done.
Walk me through the different technology and functions that we see here in the Battery Application Center.
Yes. So being in the Battery Application Center, we said we need a space where we can apply all our products, which are relevant for e-mobility, directly, and also being able to handle battery casings, which are relatively large, and being able to apply those products on these big parts. So what you see here now is actually a robotic system right close to the big table, which is able to actually carry a full battery pack. That robotic system is a 6-axis robot, and the essential part of it is that it's not just can carry one dispense unit like you see it here, but also being able to exchange that dispense unit with other dispense units we have here in the rotating tower. And in that rotating tower, we have not a replicate of the same applicator, but different applicators. So we are able, in the end, to apply products from chemistries, epoxy, polyurethane, SMP, silicones, but also being able to apply highly filled type of products like thermally conductive product, structural adhesive, sealants to seal the battery case, as well as battery safety coating, which is applied through a flat stream application. And all this can be done here. And as said, we have the multitude of different products and can apply those on customer parts all together, being here with the customer and having this great collaboration, co-creation space to work with our customers and optimize in the end the application.
So your customers, a battery manufacturer or tier one, if they were to do this, they either need the facility or they would need to do it at their plants, which would also potentially slow things down or cause issues. So in effect, this is giving them a space as well to work with that new materials and new technology.
Yes, they can try it together with us here out, how the application works, what needs to be optimized. Do we need to apply faster, apply more pressure, less pressure? Do we need to exchange the mixers, the static mixers here? Do we need to even change the product a little bit? And looking at the application patterns, and in the end also the assembly patterns and compression of the material, how that looks like in the end. All this can be done here, and they take then away full data package and have the confidence that this material also works in production.
So that the benefits for customers obviously that include working with this experimental technology, having the full data set, so they can bring that back into their serial production, and it also clearly benefits Henkel in applying your materials and adhesives as well.
Of course, and we also want that our materials work in the productions at the production side of our customers, and that we don't see issues there. So we want to replicate that process as close as possible, so that there are no hiccups later on. And being able to optimize it here together with our customers is, of course, a great benefit.
So clearly one of the benefits is bringing all of these things together. Was it even possible before the Battery Engineering Center and Inspiration Center? For sure, you had some of these capabilities, but perhaps spread out elsewhere.
Yeah. So in that completeness, it wasn't possible. So what we had before was, for example, a technical center in Heidelberg, where we are able to apply our products also under serial production type of conditions from drum size, for example, but we cannot change very quickly the different products. So here we have the multitude of products, being able to apply it more or less at once, and then changing not just from large volume application, but also to small volume applications, where we can get material from the lab next by and bring it in here and create the full application data package. So we will have now a look at the battery test center and see where we test the full battery packs.
Can't wait. Let's go.
Let's go.
So Olaf, great to be here in the battery test center. As AMS, I know we're one of the first to get to be inside here outside of Henkel, so a real honor. Walk me through what we see here. Tell us about what the main applications are here in the test center.
Pleasure to have you here in the battery test center now. And what you see here is now the big environmental chamber, and that environmental chamber is capable of fitting a full battery pack inside, and we can connect that battery pack also to power supply and can electrically cycle that battery pack, so to simulate driving performance as well as fast charging. So in addition to having now this testing facility where we then simulate on customer parts actually the full performance of the battery pack with our materials inside. We also can then test not just the electrical performance, but also can test the sealing performance of our products. So this is a leakage tester, and the leakage tester is capable of putting overpressure onto the battery, as well as we use helium to detect leaks if there are any. So together we have then a good overview about the battery pack performance, and we are not just using our own battery pack, but of course it's a co-creation space, and we want to work with our customers here and use prototypes or other customer parts here in the test center and fully analyze them and then optimize together the performance of those battery packs so that in the end the structural and thermal performance as well as sealing performance is perfect. Maybe let me show you the inside of the environmental chamber. And you see, it's a big door. And here inside, you see already a battery pack. We cannot show you the actual original part of it because it's confidential. But you see in the end that it's connected through the wires as well as the cooling to be connected, that the cooling liquid is connected to the battery. And looking now at the safety features here in that room, we have sensors, and those sensors can detect the smoke, carbon monoxide, as well as organic gases. And once those gases are detected, the chamber shuts down fully, so to save any further damage. In case a fire breaks out and even more smoke, we have first of all a very strong exhaust system to take out the smoke, but also we have a sprinkler system here on top, which in the end starts cooling the battery. But in case there is a thermal runaway and it cannot be stopped, the fire department, which is very close by here on the campus, is available 24/7, and then connect the hoses to the chamber and flood the whole chamber. So the battery is then underwater, is cooling, and then it's safe to work here.
From bringing your customers into this environment, simulating processes, working with new materials, confidentiality must be an important part of that. Tell us more about how you protect the customer's IP and technology in this phase.
Yes, confidentiality is a foundation of Henkel. Yeah, if you work with prototypes, if you work with sensitive information, of course, that's very important to handle that adequately for the automotive industry. Before we start working on new projects with OEMs or battery manufacturers, we set a legal framework. Means we sign NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, which clearly define what can be shared and what cannot be shared. Then our premises are TSEC certified, means we need to comply with strict guidelines for data protection. And to make sure that this really happens, we are running through regular audits with customers and third parties.
Finally, Marco, as you're overseeing sales and resident engineering, these important functions in Europe, how do you see the market developing? What are some of the trends, challenges, your view on what's coming in the year ahead?
The automotive industry in the European Union is up for a transformative decade. Yeah, within the next 10 years, we have a lot of work to do. The legacy OEMs will be busy with mass electrification, with sustainability, and obviously they will mainly offer premium cars, premium offerings. While the Chinese OEMs will aggressively penetrate the market in Europe with extremely competitive prices and the newest technology from China.
That's a big transformation to come, and would you say that Henkel is prepared for it? Has Henkel been investing and ready for it?
We're ready for it. I told you before, we know the legacy combustion engine business, and we invested a lot to build up expertise for battery systems. We are ready for it. We have the broadest portfolio in the market, and we can do it.
What role do you see sustainability playing in your business now?
When we look at the batteries and our products, we see that recycling, repair of these batteries, also as mentioned before, gets a bit more tricky because you bond all the battery cells into the battery pack, and therefore developing a technology which enables our customers to do repairs, to do recycling at the end of the life of the battery will be essential. So developing a debonding technology which enables the customer to take out the battery cells again when they need. So in case of a repair of the battery cells or for recycling.
And the Inspiration Center here is already collaborating with universities. So I imagine there's an ongoing exchange and opportunity for different experts and talent to come and experiment here as well.
We have, for example, a collaboration with University in Aachen, but also, of course, other universities. We have our internal pool, we have our database of experts. And then in the end, when we're looking for highly specialized people, we of course use also external companies to hire people. When we look at the attractiveness of Henkel, we of course see us as highly attractive, being a company, especially now looking at the adhesive part of Henkel, being the world's largest adhesive manufacturer, producer of adhesives, and working in a highly attractive space with e-mobility, where we have new inventions, where we are very close to the customer requirements, and working that closely with our customers, we are also very early on in the design stage of our customers. So we are influencing, in the end, that market with our products and help our customers, in the end, to fulfill their performance targets in e-mobility.
What role is the Inspiration Center and Battery Engineering Center playing with the global facilities? Are you connecting to those design centers and teams at a global scale?
Well, I mean, you have seen now the Inspiration Center a bit, right? And is it not only a building where we are now bringing our chemists, our PD teams together? So it's very much about openness, creativity, exchange also within teams, cross-industry, to also drive then the creative and the best solution for our customers. But the other part of this building, of this new way of working, is digitalization. So we have a central platform where all the data in terms of formulation, raw materials, but also all test results, even of products that are in the end not hitting the market, are stored and are available for all our colleagues around the globe. And that's for sure also helping when it comes to acceleration. But to be sure, we are also going to open 2025 the ICS, so a similar facility like this one, the Inspiration Center in Shanghai, to serve the Asia-Pacific region.
Where do you see the next big growth opportunities in the market?
Like you just said, Chris, I mean, the undisputed growth market is China. So that's confirmed also with the sales numbers right now. When you're looking to the Asia-Pacific region, maybe you could mention South Korea as a follower of China. A lot of hybrid technology also happening there, but also big momentum when it comes to growth in EV. While in Europe and North America, we are seeing rather a plateau right now. This is not going in line with our expectations on how the market would develop, but I strongly believe that we are seeing a shift in time, that we are seeing a delay, and that also the growth of EVs, the sales numbers, will keep growing also in Europe and North America forward looking.
One of the advantages of the Battery Engineering Center is exactly what you see all around me. That is proximity. There are labs, research centers, other scientists here at the Inspiration Center, and you can walk out the door of the battery application or test center and collaborate with other experts from other industries addressing common challenges. That combined the digital connectivity to simulate and model problems together at other Henkel locations and with customers and create the digital twin of the battery is really the core advantage and helps to address that challenge of the need for speed to match the pace of change. We can see even more investment coming for that too, as we expand the team here at the Battery Engineering Center and open new locations, including plans for a facility in Shanghai. You can read more about what's happening at Henkel Adhesive Technologies, as well as battery manufacturing with us at AMS, and look out for more exclusive looks inside the world's most innovative factories and innovation hubs. We'll see you there.